Alright, so we're going to go right into it. Vinnie coming in from loser's side, fighting off against Suarez. Suarez just needs to take the first best of 5. 3 games and he ends this. But Vinnie has had a hell of a run today. This has been a very impressive run for Vinnie. In fact, as mentioned earlier, he was put into losers by Suarez. So if he loses to anyone, he's just looking at the double elimination from one of Long Island's strongest players right now. And as far as the matchup is concerned, this is something that Vinnie has plenty of practice with by way of Raptor. Now, while Suarez and Raptor do have pretty stark contrasts in their play styles with Yoshi, knowing how to combo around Yoshi is really important with your character. So regardless of the counterplay, once you're in advantage, like knowing what you can pick apart Yoshi with in your kit is super important for just keeping him away from the ground and stopping him from starting his own game. First stock, we even see the teabagging once again. And I actually like that float beneath the ledge. I wish Vinnie's movement on the ground was cleaner, so that we didn't have to see YOLO smash attacks rock him, like they have throughout this evening. But the float beneath that ledge was really smart, just for waiting out the invincibility off the engine platform from Suarez. You don't want to try and contest Yoshi when he has literally nothing to fear. So take your lumps where you can. Unfortunately, not going to be able to recover well. And down to his last stock already. He got smashed down the shield. He really went for it. Alright. I'm not going to call it completely out of the realms of possibilities for Vinnie to reset this bracket. But Vinnie was on the struggle bus getting to this point in Grand Finals. Like, he had to fight tooth and nail and adapt pretty heavily to each of his opponents, which good credit to him as a player. But he's going to have to accelerate that process pretty heavily and very quickly, because fighting off against Suarez, he's going to catch you on a lot of your misplacements coming out of float. And he makes his stray hits count. I'll be honest, I didn't even think down smash punches like that. That was just gross. That was just straight up gross. Suarez is going to take the first game. You know, now that I think of it, just looking at the tri-state circuit, I don't think Suarez has won a... He hasn't won a AON yet. No, just taking a look at our current, the way the tri-state circuit is. So AON has been involved in the tri-state circuit, and this being week 6. DeBuzz has won 2, Utopian Ray has won 2, Stocktaker won 1. So this would be a first win for both of these players. Suarez has come very close on multiple occasions, whereas Vinnie finding a rapid increase in his placements, starting to mirror his former glories a little bit. So this is a pretty big win for both of these players. Game 2 on Smashville. I feel like it's a good enough pick. I think Yoshi does fine on this stage, just as well as Daisy does, but Vinnie has proven time and time again that he can make this place his home. So we'll see what he does with it. Yo, Toad is really blessing this man's counter game right now. Waveland Eggley is still so good, especially against a defensive player like Vinnie. Like, a lot of Vinnie's success we've seen from being just outside of attack range or waiting to respond out of shield. And like, it's really good in this matchup, but Vinnie's going to find his opportunities to change things up. He's at least going to keep an even pace. Keeping even pacing with Suarez is really important too, because he's the type of player who, even though he like snaps into high gear, he doesn't hold like strong momentum too long. Usually, if he's winning, he's just gonna hold that and keep it going. It's like a slow ascent. So keeping an even game with Suarez, it's more difficult than fighting most players, but if you manage it, then it's a good way to start to figure out the holes in his offenses. Because even though we put up a good joke about Yoshi here on Long Island, the character has his faults. And a lot of that just has to be where he can catch his landings, and sometimes he's just not quick enough. I think how Vinnie spawned into his new stock and like immediately took damage from Suarez. Like he wasn't even allowed to play into the nooch. And unfortunately calling Power Soul a bit too early. Vinnie ends up dropping his stock. Not too terrible of a percentage to do so, but he definitely could have gotten a lot more done within that stock. And giving any semblance of a lead to Suarez is so dangerous, especially if it's going to amount to a game. So this is potentially last game of the night. I think this would also mark one of the first times we end before 1 AM with a 100+ bracket. So part of me wants to join the crowd in there, let's go Johns. But another part of me really wants to see Vinnie take this all the way. Like seeing Vinnie fall the way of a lot of Smash 4 and Brawl vets early on in Ultimate, where his results just weren't up to snuff, and he just sort of pattered into the distance. It was sad, because Vinnie has always been such a dominant force on Long Island. Like in Smash 4, he was regarded as part of the big three between him, Mystery, and Buzz. But a lot of that fell apart as Ultimate brought about some new champions to the island. Like, to see him rejoin their ranks is a really nice story going on over there. Both players spacing with back air just because they can get so much off of it. Oh, it's going to be the forward air that allows Vinnie to take a lead for the first time. Now, how well he holds it was going to be something I could have talked about for a little bit, but I guess not. Just Johnson throw enough there. That's good. No, thanks, John. Thanks, play. Let's go, John. So, once again, just sort of eating out these hits. John has gotten so fluid with how he pressures opponents with his strings. Like, fighting from the tip of the forward tilt to start your combo is just horrifying to look at. Like, John makes the entire distance of Smashville his training ground. A terrifying thought. And back air manages to connect yet another kill, and Vinnie is on potential tournament life right now. Although I have to say that Vinnie has gotten a lot better at figuring out when he can just check situations instead of respecting his opponents. Throughout the night, we've seen a ton of Nair come out for him. And yes, Nair has always been a really good tool from Peach, but I feel like Vinnie's usage of Nair has gotten way better. Like, he's not afraid to just throw it out and recognize it's going to take up a good amount of space. It's going to be pretty fast. And that's going to be that. Egg into Nair. And Suarez is tonight's victor. Just like that, a 3-0. Yoshi takes its first AON of Ultimate.